Stan and Amy moved here exactly 13 years ago. That's when I met Amy. It's truly amazing how quickly they got involved in the community, how hard they worked to be part of this community.
Amy Brady was essentially the person who hired me for Playhouse Square. I was so impressed with Amy's passion for Cleveland because, like me, she's a transplant. She's from another city and moved here, and she's such a firm advocate for Cleveland now. And her passion for Playhouse Square, but also for Key and for the community, is really astounding.
When we moved to Cleveland, I had the privilege of attending a Sparkle event, and we had just moved here. And after the event, I was like, this is where we need to get our kids involved. We need to get them, this is it. And so that's where our journey started.
The adaptive football program, that's, I think, where we spent the most of our time, especially as a family. That was every weekend for years in the summer. There was a lot of joy surrounding it, even though we might not have been the most athletically gifted or knowledgeable about football. We brought positivity, and it was always, it was a really joyous way to spend a Saturday morning.
And when you see people who may not have those abilities but are the happiest people you have ever met in your entire life, I think there were days where maybe it was a Saturday and I felt busy and I wasn't necessarily looking forward to it, and I would get there and all of that would go away.
I think Amy came to me, not long after we'd met and said, you have to get involved at the Achievement Centers. And it was such a natural fit. Bringing the kids here, letting them play with the athletes, involved in youth football. It's just such a great experience.
I actually started volunteering before I was asked to serve on the board. Someone had retired and the opening came up, and I was fortunate enough for them to say, KeyBank to say, is this something that would interest you? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. It's something that we are already volunteering as a family. It's something that we're passionate about. So I thought it was just a win-win.
Amy has always been very focused on making the largest impact she possibly can. She sees community involvement as a catalyst for positive change. It was a perfect match to have Amy represent us on the Achievement Center's board.
She's a true leader. And I think about leadership, and I think about those who serve, and they're servant leaders, and they serve quietly, they serve with compassion, they serve with energy. And whether it's in business and you build a great team around you, or whether it's in the nonprofit world and the community, that is so important because she doesn't do it for herself. She really does it to make sure she's making an impact on those around her, making their lives a little bit better, a little bit brighter.
One of the great things that Amy has championed for us at Playhouse Square, which is relevant to the Achievement Center, is her love of our sensory-friendly performances. And I've sat with her during these performances. It's such a room full of joy, and Amy is so responsible for bringing that to us. It's a wonderful thing.
There are so many examples of Amy as a leader in her profession. She's a leader in the country in her specialty. She's certainly a leader in this community. Even among her friend group, I think we turn to Amy for really solid advice and her thoughtfulness on most any issue.
As a young professional myself, I look to her every day in who I'm trying to be, who I'm trying to become. And I think sometimes you think a leader has to be this very tough, hard person, and she's really taught me that you can lead with kindness first.
She is where she is also because of our dad. Mm-hmm. He, a lot of times, was the one behind the scenes and always was Mr. Amy Brady is how he introduced himself. He, I think, really gave her a lot of the strength and courage to go out there and do what she did every day.
When I first met Stan a long time ago, and was much earlier in my career, obviously, he saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And he would always really push the girls in a way that wasn't like pushing them hard. It was inspiring them and letting them know that there are no boundaries. And that actually was something Stan did with everyone he met. No matter, again, whatever place in life they were or whatever abilities they might have, he would always inspire them to be better. Let's make the world a better place. Person by person, interaction by interaction.
My dad was a huge captain of our family and was the backbone that drove us to be who we are, to push us all to be better people, to be as engaged in the community, to try to make the world a better place. So yeah, I'd say that this award is as much about my mom's leadership, but about us and the hours we spent volunteering, and really about my dad pushing us and encouraging us all to do those things, because it wouldn't have happened without him.
But he'd be proud. You know, this is something that I think really recognizes the core values of how they tried to build our family and how they raised us. I think he would be really proud that this was the legacy that our family is, you know, building, and how we're hoping to continue to give back to the community.
This is what he cared about most, more than, you know, my mom's accomplishments in her career, us and our accomplishments. It was being able to give back. It meant the world to him to be able to support the community. He loved the Cleveland community, and the Achievement Centers was such a big piece of that for us. It was really the first way we got involved. So I think it would mean the world to him.
When I received the call about this award, my first reaction was, that's very nice, but I have to go talk to Stan. And I was very fortunate because he was still with us, and I was able to talk to him about this, and he was so happy. One of the reasons I got engaged in the Achievement Centers was because I came to a Sparkle event and I saw what people were doing, and we got engaged, right? And so I think to him, it was a recognition again of a great organization, and a great organization that needs continued volunteerism and people and families and corporations to continue to support the mission. So I think to him, these awards are about encouraging others to get involved. The Achievement Centers gave us a lot, and I just want to thank the Achievement Centers for giving us all of those wonderful memories as a family.